Either way, I'm going to eat this.
Eight times. Really hungry. No idea yet what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm toying with a few ideas.
No, it's not that at all. I know exactly what I want, and it's not this. It would be lovely to think that today was just a little bit of a blip.
7 in the morning. I'm just about to leave for work once I'm dressed. And I really don't want a packed lunch. I don't want to take that stew in a thermos. I don't want to take crackers and cheese. I don't want to take pulled pork and sourdough. I don't want to take a salad. I want chips and a burger or anything else. Just really don't want anything that I have. So there you go. So I'm taking the stew and I'm not very happy about it. I just don't want it. I just don't want it. And I was thinking it might be like I just didn't know what I wanted, wasn't sure what I wanted. Between the stew or a salad, crackers, sandwich, and then I worked out, no, it's not that at all. I know exactly what I want. And it's not this, it's not any of these things. I want takeaway food. I want rubbish, plastic, throwaway food. That's what I want for lunch. That's what I want for lunch. I really want some chips and a burger. Not this. Not that there's anything wrong with this. It's just not what I want. Eight times. That's how many. So it's been a funny day today. I've been driving around a lot. So I'm here, we're doing some building work here. And it's the first day here really of actually getting going, and as a result there's been quite a lot of driving around I've been doing, just going and sorting out this, sorting out that, collecting materials, collecting tools, meeting with people, and as a result I've driven past a McDonald's 8 times, and I'm madly craving junk food, madly craving it. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now before I'm getting to eat anything, and it's actually really good. That plum sauce works really well, but I won't lie, I'm proper craving junk food, proper. And the more I think about it, the worse it gets. And I can't stop thinking about it, especially when I'm driving past McDonald's. All I want is chips, salty chips, and a burger. And the flavors of this are actually delightful, really good. All those vegetables with the swede, which just is a lovely vegetable. If you don't grow it, you should grow some. Super easy to grow. In the UK we can grow them for harvesting from now right through the winter, and it's considered, you know, more of a winter vegetable. So I've only harvested a couple so far this year, and we've got lots and lots. But swede, also known as rutabaga in the US, I'm not sure where else in the world it's got different names, but you should definitely consider growing some. It's a really hardy plant as well. Once it gets going, needs no attention, but it's just a lovely vegetable, loads of flavor. It's a root vegetable. And in here with the swede and the carrot, less so with the courgette, it doesn't bring a lot to the table in a meal like this, but just, you know, those mix of flavors, and the beetroot is a real treat. But it's not a treat when, you know, your mind's craving something else. But it is really nice, really tasty. It's just not what I really want. And it's also missing some potatoes. When I have this at home, which won't be tonight, but when I have this at home, probably tomorrow, I think I'll have it with some mashed potato, and I think that'd be lovely. So a couple of other tasting notes. The only salt in here is a tiny bit that I added to the gravy. That's it. And I'm not missing it. That's great, you know. When I say I'm not missing it, I mean I'm not missing it in the context of this meal. But if I could have some French fries with salt on right now, with this, that would be amazing. That would just be amazing. And I've said it before, this all comes down to just being spoilt and living in a world where we do pass, you know, fast food restaurants and all these other things so frequently. In bygone times, this might have been something you'd eat all week and be really, really happy with it because it's delicious. But we're used to not only the choice and the variety, and that's something I've spoke about a lot this month, because I think I've really done well there, you know, with the variety. But we're used to not only that choice and the variety, but also our taste buds have evolved, because we are, as a species, we get rewarded when we eat high sugar, high fat foods, because that's what our body runs on. That's the fuel of our body. And as we were evolving as a species, our brains would reward us for delivering those high energy foods, those high calorific foods, high fat, high sugars, because we needed to be driven to find them because they were scarce. Well, in this day and age, they're not scarce, they're everywhere. But our biology can't possibly catch up with that over that time scale. And that's why we have a term called an obesity epidemic. That's just a crazy thing to even consider, you know, how that's come about. We are literally too spoiled. We have too much choice, but our biology isn't evolved to live in this world, and it chases all those things that are really, really good for us when they're scarce. But when they're not scarce, they don't necessarily give us all the benefits without any of the harms. We get those harms as well of overeating and overeating those things. I suppose my brain, just like most people's brains, is used to getting those high fat, high sugar foods every so often, and it wants them bad today. And I'll be honest, I've eaten half of this. No, more than half a thermos. So I've eaten about that much, and I don't really have an appetite to finish it, but those cravings haven't gone away at all. I'm still just as hungry for those specific foods, and that's unpleasant. This is, I suppose, the other purpose of this challenge. It's really brought a lot of these things into focus for me. Right, that's it for lunchtime. I'll speak to you again this evening when I'm either cooking or sitting down to eat my dinner. Okay, I've just arrived back at home with my luggage from work, and there was a pretty significant accident on the road on the way home, which meant I had to take a significant detour, and I'm getting home rather late, much later than usual. So I've still got to milk the goats, really hungry, and no idea yet what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm toying with a few ideas, and I've just walked through the door, and look what the rest of my family are having for dinner. Sausages and chips, baked beans. I want that so bad. I've driven past 8 McDonald's today, so I really just want some processed food. I don't know why, but that's just how I feel. I really want something processed. Like, I was thinking, a sandwich would be all right, a nice sandwich. And what I really want is just some cheese, but not my cheese. I want cheddar, shop-bought cheddar cheese with all the salts and different things that they probably put in it. I don't even know. Anyway, so I've decided, I think that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a sandwich with my sourdough, probably a toasted sandwich. Yeah, this is getting better actually as I'm building the idea in my head. I'm going to have a toasted sandwich, an open toasted sandwich with goat's cheese and ham. And that, I think, will do it. That will hit the spot. I wish I had some butter. That will do the job. Right, I'm going to milk my goats and I'm going to come in and I'm going to eat that. I'm so hungry. What I really want is like crisps. Like a cheese sandwich with crisps. Rubbish food is what I want. Okay, so here we have it. Got our sourdough. We put that in the oven, put some dripping on the top. Put that in the oven, crisp it up. Look at that lovely courgette chutney. Really need this. This is going to work just fine. And ham, goat's cheese. That's it. I'm going to gorge on this. And then I've also got these 2 cobs that I've just brought in from the garden to have, like, to top me up when I've finished eating this, and maybe act as like a semi-sweet dessert. So
That's the plan, and hopefully that's going to do the job. I think it's really quite important mentally that I feel full up when I finish this. It's been a really tough day, and I've no idea why. That worked really well. That has definitely filled me up and hit a spot. Whether it hit the spot, I don't know, but yeah, I feel all right. Onto the sweet corn now. Truth be told, I don't really need it. I'm quite full because that was really filling. But either way, I'm going to eat this because I don't want it to go to waste. And that will wrap this up. I think we're certainly going to wrap up my eating for the day. I just hope that this was a transient feeling and this won't be back tomorrow. You know, it would be lovely to think that today was just a little bit of a blip. But we'll have to wait and see. I know that certainly today, I just felt like I am ready for this to be over now. I'm definitely ready for it to be done. I've had way more good days than bad days, but today just was a real fight, a real struggle. And I just, like I say, I just felt done with it. I was definitely ready to just be done with it and get myself something, you know, rubbish. Anyway. We got there, we got through it. That's day 23. I'm going to eat this sweet corn. I'm going to make myself some milk and honey, and then that'll be it. That'll be my day finished, as well as my eating finished. And I will catch up with you guys all tomorrow. Please make sure that you press that like button. You can do that right now. And also leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Cheers.